guys! So I haven't mentioned this on my Instagram or my YouTube yet, but I have been following a completely raw lifestyle for about a week and a half now. So basically I haven't eaten any cooked food for a week and a half and I've just been eating raw. So I wanted to talk about the changes that I've noticed from going from a raw till 4 lifestyle to a completely raw lifestyle, and just discuss the pros and cons, at least in my experience and in my opinions, of the raw till 4 lifestyle and the completely raw lifestyle. So first of all, I just want to say that a high carb, low fat vegan lifestyle, or diet, whatever you want to call it, is the way to go, whether it's starch based or starch solution, raw till 4, completely raw. I don't think it matters. It's just people's preferences, and not one is better than the other, but they are all high carb, low fat vegan lifestyles, and that is really what matters when it comes to health. When it comes to ethics, veganism, but when it comes to health, high carb, low fat veganism, whatever variation you want. So with that being said, first off, raw till 4 lifestyle. I followed the raw till 4 lifestyle for about a year after I watched Freely the Banana Girl's videos, and I became a raw till 4 lifestyle. So I started doing the raw till 4 lifestyle about a year ago after I watched Freely the Banana Girl, and I really liked it. I really liked the fact that you could, eat a lot of fruit, but then also have that cooked meal afterwards, rather than just limiting yourself to, kind of one area of food. So I really liked that. I liked that you could go out to restaurants and stuff, and I liked just the more lenient way of it. I also believe that the raw till 4 lifestyle is a bit more affordable than the completely raw lifestyle. Then again, you can, vary the two lifestyles and make it as cheap and as expensive as you want to. But when you're talking rice and potatoes, those things are cheap bulk foods, and they fill you up too. So anyways, I do think that the raw till 4 lifestyle can be more affordable. I also believe it's a lot more doable for people living in various places in the world, and I think anyone can really do it depending on where they live. So with that being said, so the cons of the raw till 4 lifestyle, at least in my opinion, is that I didn't have as good digestion. Either, I don't know exactly why, but I'm kind of just guessing that it might have been because I was eating a heavier dinner at night, and then the next morning I was following that up with a completely fruit-based fruit juice or smoothie, and maybe those things kind of clashed a little bit. I'm not exactly sure, but my digestion just wasn't as good as I intended it to be. Most of the time it was, but once in a while I would get some bloating, and that would happen a bit. This is just for me. I'm an all or nothing kind of person, and so with the raw till 4 lifestyle, I kind of took that leniency and stretched it a little bit more and allowed myself to eat more vegan processed foods and go out to restaurants more, where you can't really control the sodium and the oils that are being put into the food. So when I would go out to restaurants, I would usually get a headache after, and I just wouldn't feel as good because I was allowing myself to eat these processed foods. And I'm not saying that this is the raw till 4 lifestyle's fault. This was just who I am. I think that I actually need a more strict pathway, because when I allow myself more leniency, I tend to branch it out even more. And so I just didn't have as much control on the raw till 4 lifestyle that I do now. So when I went raw about a week ago, I mostly did it just because I was listening to my body, and I felt that that's what my body wanted. I wasn't forcing myself. I just listened to what it said, and I decided to go raw. And it really wasn't as hard as I thought it was going to be. It was much easier. I haven't really had any cravings for salt or cooked foods. I only had detox for about a day, and I basically just felt like I did when I tried to do Watermelon Island, where I had kind of a mild headache. I felt I felt a bit weak and just kind of out of it a little bit, and that was pretty much only a day. So after that I felt really good. So I noticed changes right away from going from raw till 4 to raw. The first thing I noticed was that my digestion definitely improved. I woke up every single morning with a really flat stomach, and I believe I've lost a little bit of water weight. Just looking at my body, I've noticed a little bit of water weight loss. Not that I had a lot before, but I haven't been eating any salt at all. So the water there's not really any water retention going on. So I've noticed better digestion. I haven't really had any bloating. I've noticed better sleep, and I don't wake up tired at all in the morning anymore. Before, I could barely get out of bed in the morning, and I have school in the morning, so I have to wake up early. I have my alarm set. I would just keep setting my alarm later, like, 5 more minutes. And I'm a total morning person, so that's, kind of a big thing. And from going from raw till 4 to completely raw, I wake up before my alarm now. I've been going to bed earlier, and I've been listening to my body. It basically tells me when I want to go to sleep. When to go to sleep, it's like my own personal little alarm system. And I've been sleeping a lot better. I haven't had any weird dreams lately. I was having some weird nightmares and dreams. I couldn't really get to sleep that easily. Sleeping way better now. And I'm just waking up before my alarm, like I said, and I just have so much energy in the morning. I don't feel extremely tired and groggy like I used to. So I really, really like that, because I love mornings. They're my favorite time, and now I can actually enjoy them more because I feel so much more energized in the morning. Not that I didn't have energy during the raw till 4, but it's just little changes that I noticed. And once you're vegan, I guess, I don't even know, this is just in my opinion, once you're vegan, you really start to notice all of these little changes in your body, and you get more in tune with your body, and you notice all the little things that are either off or just tiny little changes, especially when you're following a consistent lifestyle. You notice things that are, not really in line with that consistency. And so I really noticed even these tiny changes in my digestion and my sleep. And one more thing about the raw lifestyle that I've noticed from changing to it, I haven't been thinking about food at all. And I didn't really notice I was thinking about food so much when I was doing the raw till 4 until I became raw. And I used to think, I'd wake up in the morning and think about what I was going to have for dinner that day. Or I'd be sitting in class like, I wonder what I'm going to eat when I get home. And I just kind of have these battles in my mind, which is definitely not healthy. And I felt like I was really eating enough. And I don't really know why I had that. I would look at menus sometimes and always want to go out to vegan restaurants and stuff and eat, and everything. And I wasn't really checking the fat and salt content as much. I was still following a high carb, low fat diet, but just not as limiting. And that sounds bad, but I mean, I was giving myself too much leniency and freedom on the lifestyle, where it wasn't really as healthful and as beneficial as it should be when you're following it like it should be. So if you're doing the raw till 4 lifestyle and you notice you're craving cooked foods, basically just intake more fruit. That's what you need to do. And when I did eat enough fruit, I wouldn't have these weird cravings for dinner, and I wouldn't be thinking about food so much. But when I didn't eat enough fruit, I would crave cooked food, and I would think about it all the time. So that was just me. If I had done it, the right way and had eaten enough fruit on those days when I would do that and crave them, then that wouldn't have happened. So I'm not blaming the raw till 4 lifestyle for that. That was definitely just my experience with it. And because I'm an all or nothing person, the raw lifestyle is much easier for me in the sense that I can follow these regulations easier. I'm really not a rule follower kind of person, but I guess when it comes to health, I really like consistency and, those, just guidelines, I guess, that I don't really have leniency to break out of more. And that's why I feel like a lot of people don't like the raw lifestyle, is because of that more strictness. And of course, no one's stopping me from eating cooked food. If I really wanted to, I would eat it. I would totally listen to my body and eat cooked food, but I just haven't been wanting it at all. So I'm listening to my body, and it's telling me, eat fruit, eat salads. Another thing, I've been eating so much more greens now because I'm basically forced to. When I was doing raw till 4, I really didn't eat a lot of greens. Maybe I'd have a small little tiny salad with whatever cooked food I was eating, or I would add a little bit of spinach into my smoothies. But now I'm forced to eat big salads for dinner every night, and I'm loving it. I don't even add dressings half the time. I just eat them straight. I love greens now, and I haven't had salt cravings, so it's really great because you taste the flavors more now, and I don't even notice the absence of salt, and everything is just more vibrant. And I've been eating so much more greens, so that's really good because I knew I really wasn't eating enough before, and I always told myself I hate salads, but now it's so much easier to eat greens for me, and I really like that because I knew I was missing out on the greens, and I needed to get those in somehow. So this lifestyle kind of forces me to do that. Anyways, I do think that the Raw Till 4 lifestyle does have a few cons, and I do think that it's a bit more pricey, and you have to do more planning with it. So you have to make sure you're going to have, food to eat if you're going to be completely raw. And if I was, starving and I needed food and there was some cooked vegan food, of course I'm going to eat it. I'm not going to, starve myself. But if I want to keep doing the completely raw thing, then I'm going to have to plan it out more and, take food with me to make sure that I'm going to have food to eat later on. So those are really the only cons, at least in my experience. And I've really only been doing this for a week and a half. So things might start changing, I don't know, but I'll keep you guys updated. But for now, I'm sticking with the raw lifestyle and seeing where it takes me and listening to my body. So anyways, I hope you guys like this video. I hope it helps anyone who's struggling with the Raw Till 4 and raw and they don't know what to do. My suggestions and advice is to just listen to your body, and if you're having weird cravings, eat more fruit. Alright, so thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys next time.